Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free. Down under's where I'll be. Down under's calling, can't you hear?
Hey folks, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Yes, we are, what can I say? We are at hump day today, and the question is, where are we? Good question. Let me see what's going on in the chat. First up there, g'day Joe, welcome aboard, buddy. We are somewhere where you're currently not at. That is correct. The question is, where are we? Joe has gone with the hashtag duck, and what do you know? Nightbot has brought up his link. Yay, awesome. Folks, you need to watch his link. He is Joe's channel is it's called Joe Hupp. It is an amazing channel, and he's got a lot of stuff that he does. Every now and then he brings every now and then he brings up a live stream, and that live stream has some very interesting characters in it. Anyway, what can I say? It's awesome. Where are we today? Someplace in Australia. We're going to give you an education a little bit more about Australia. So somewhere in Australia, I'm not going to tell you where just yet. I want you to figure it out. I want you to figure it out. Anyway, welcome aboard. Nice to have you all on board. We're recovering from the great heat wave we had today. 30 degrees. Currently is 27 C. And we're having a nice cool space. The house we live in downstairs is double brick, and actually, Joe, you're incorrect. It's not New South Wales at all. But I'm not going to give you any more hints. You keep on looking. For those that are not aware, we did get a couple of these amazing Carnival Cruise Addicts mugs from Liz and Chris when we had the opportunity to catch up with them at the meetup. There is floating around a video of the said shoey. You never know. I might play it on Friday night. You might get to enjoy the shoey. Anyway, let's talk a little bit more about what's coming up. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise was absolutely awesome. There is a lot of video floating around. I saw some from Roxanne. I saw some from Carnival Cruise. No, not them. From who else? From Corrado from the band. That was awesome. There is a fair bit of stuff out there, so it's awesome. Joe is saying 31.C today up in Dubbo, still 31.C as we speak. Whoa, that's hot. Well, I mean, we had 30 degrees, so we're cooling down a bit right now. So 31.C is warm. All right, so so the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise went down fairly well. We absolutely loved the cruise ship, the Norwegian Encore. The food, in certain areas, the food was ordinary. In other areas, the food was amazing. Okay, Joe is saying he misread the temperature. It was 35.4 today. Is currently 31.6. That's still a very good warm day. We also we're looking at the next cruise, the next big cruise that's coming up will be in 2028, and I was having some chats with Bruce about it. As we get closer to the time, I will be filling you guys in with a bit more about what's happening. The next HH4C cruise that's going to happen is the ABC's cruise in April. That is the Carnival Horizon is doing Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. On that cruise will be Gabby, who was actually meant to have done the Alaska cruise, but now she'll be doing the ABCs. And on board with Gabby will be Bruce and Cindy, Jen, and I believe Denise are going on board that cruise. So that's going to be an absolutely fantastic cruise. Just to give you a heads up, folks, we're currently chasing both numbers and hours. We currently have 711 subscribers. We would definitely love to get to the 1,000. If you know of anybody out there that could assist us, we would be grateful. We're currently looking at just a little over 1,000 watch hours. We need another at least 1,700 watch hours to make the 3,000. So, folks, please jump on one of our playlists and go ahead and just play that, and we would be eternally grateful. We're trying to get both the HH4C channel and the Down Under Cruises channel. We're trying to get them both up to scratch, because if we do get them monetized, all those funds go back into getting people on board cruise ships. And that's really what this is all about, getting people on board cruise ships. So, the Norwegian Encore Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, we had an amazing time. The band was absolutely excited with that. And yeah, what more can I say? Moving right along, we've got ABCs coming up. And then in December 26, so the 29th of December 2026, out of Brisbane, we'll be going on the Carnival Luminosa, along with a couple of other people, Joe, and a few others, Joe. And we'll be sailing out of Brisbane and doing the Great Barrier Reef, enjoying New Year's Eve at sea. It'll be our first New Year's Eve at sea, so we'll be really excited about that one. And then we're back into Brisbane on the 4th of January, so that's going to be awesome. So right now, we are sitting roughly, what are we? We're sitting roughly 376 days away from the Great Barrier Reef. All right, folks, where are we? Where are we? I'll give you a hint. It's not New South Wales. All right, so I need a drink. The voice has been really hoarse since we've come back from the U.S. That's better. All right, so as I said, Friday we'll probably be doing the Shui. We've got big plans for now. There is a land adventure that we're doing. This land adventure will be, we're going to be moving it out, but it will be happening fairly soon. So we'll let you know exactly when it's going to happen. But more importantly, right now, the silent auction that unfortunately we had to postpone because of certain people having an illness in the group. We are fortunate enough to, we're just tidying up a couple of things, and that silent auction is going to be happening again. Joe is saying, oh my God, so freaking excited. He's going to fly from Dubbo to Brizzy with Link Airways. And not only that, Joe, you're going to be having the most amazing time. I'm telling you now, you're going to have an absolute blast because first of all, yes, it is going to be your very first cruise. But the good news is you're going to be having some fun. You're going to be getting the bug. I know that whomever you talk to that has actually done cruising before, they get this bug, and then all of a sudden they're part of the cruise. So you'll get addicted. You will get addicted, and if you listen to Matt and Deb, they'll tell you you'll get addicted. Anybody who goes cruising gets addicted. So much so that you all know Roxanne was one of our recipients. Roxanne's now addicted. She's done at least 2 cruises that I know of. One of them with us, and she actually surprised us. Like, she just rocked up at the meetup, and she was ready and rocking and rolling to come in and join us at the cruise. And she did. The next day she was on the ship with us, and it was amazing. Had an absolutely fantastic time. So, yeah, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. Bring as many people as you can on board the cruise with us, and we're going to have an absolutely brilliant time. I know that we're going to get at least one American coming out. That American is coming in to sail with us, and you may know who he is, and you may not. Joe says he wants to go on a short cruise down to Eden to try Matt's favorite smoked seafood chowder. Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. All right. Check out 2 websites, the downundercruises.com and helpinghandsforcruising.org. Both of those, they will have the cruise info for past, present, and future cruises. So I think you will like those. Joe, yes, Ruffy. Ruffy, I tell you what an awesome bloke. You when you get to meet Ruffy and you get to he is the way he is. If you look at him on his videos, he is the way he is, and that's awesome. Joe has gone in with the website, the downundercruises.com. Thank you, mate. And also helpinghandsforcruising.org. Thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate it. Folks, it's there for you to pick up on. Go in and check them out. I know that the Down Under Cruises website will be updated in a day or two. There'll be some more info on there. Really exciting stuff. All right. So, where are we today, folks? Where are we today? Now, let me see. Okay, so what's Joe saying? Anytime, he's the only one here at the moment. How do you know, Joe? We've currently got like 6 people in the chat. You're the only one that's engaging. I don't know where the other people are, but you're the only one that's engaging. So that's really exciting. But that's fine, because for some of those across the pond, it is 4 a.m. So I can understand. Denise might be working. I hope that her bro is having a better day today. Yesterday he wasn't having too good a day, so I'm hoping that everything is working out for him, because I know Denise would be absolutely devastated. Come on, you lurkers, please let us see you. That's correct, Joe. Not sure who else is in the background now, but I know that Jimmy would start waking up about now as well. So part of the fun, where are we? Where is this place? Okay, so I had an opportunity to talk to Corrado yesterday. We're heading into finishing up the year. So he was saying that he's got a function and one of the people that was on board the cruise with us was one of their followers, their um, hanger-oners, and just absolutely love everything that they do. And the best news was they were actually the band was actually on board the ship. So Corrado was saying that they've got a Christmas function going on, and this particular person was invited. I was talking with that person, and he said, oh, he doesn't know why he got invited because he's not a muso. And my response to him was, do you tap your foot in time to the music? To which his response was, yes. And I said, well, you see, you are a muso. Why? You are what we call a foot cushionist. Now, if you're a foot cushionist and you don't need to read music, you just feel the music. So therefore, there you go. Joe, you are quite right. I was thinking of the word roadie, but then I was thinking whether roadie was the appropriate word, because while the person wasn't actually roadieing, he was following. He was there because the band was there. Um, so that's cool. Also, some of the important people that we had deal with us at the on the cruise. I wanted to say thank you to our room steward Putu, if he's listening in. I doubt he is. He's probably catching some shut eye if he could, but or getting himself ready for a new day at work. But I can tell you what, those cabin stewards, they bust their whatchamacallits. They work so bloody hard to get in and do whatever they do, and they're working long hours. So we appreciated them. We appreciated him. Joe was saying one thing I did see is that you all had fun. Yeah, we had an amazingly good time. Both Ilana and I only got to see one night's entertainment on the Lido, and that was the last night. Because I tell you what, both Ilana and I, by the time 10:30 came around, we were ready for bed, and slap out we were. It was absolutely amazing. Now, one thing I did get from Kelly Svatek, which is Chris's wife, was this awesome, amazing hat. Notice it has ducks on it, and I would only be wearing this hat because, well, it's the duck show. If it was HH4C, I wouldn't be wearing it, but because it's ducks, I have to bring it on. So there we go. I kind of look like one of those characters from the original videos. Like the Sailorman videos, not Popeye, but kind of similar. Anyway, Joe is saying, hopefully you'll get to be partying next year. Well, we will be partying next year. And the only reason why I wasn't partying was because there were a lot of things that I did have to organize for the rock and roll. I was actually the main go-between. I mean, if Bruce would have been there, he would have assisted, but he wasn't, and I had to do both tasks. So there we go. Anyway, cheers, folks, because this is an amazing mug. I want to tell you, the very first day both Ilana and I arrived in the US, like we rocked in and we got in like 4 a.m. in the morning. We hit the hay for a couple of hours, and then we were picked up by Chris and Liz, and we went out for lunch, and that was an awesome lunch. We had an awesome time with these guys, and we did a bit of changeover. You know, we gave them some stuff, they gave us some stuff. It was fun. We had a great lunch, and I'll tell you what, Man, we came home after the lunch, back at my cousin's place, and we just went thump. Out we went. We were just so knackered. Joe is planning for a Boxing Day arrival into Brisbane. Um, Dubbo to Brisbane, direct with Link Airways on the side, 340B turboprop. That'll be awesome, mate. Straight into Brizzy. Then we've got to figure out what we're going to do for accommodation. And I know New Year's Eve gets, or that new Christmas period gets busy. We're going to go and try and get into Australia's Zoo and a couple of other places around there. And then what's going to happen is we're on the ship, out of Brizzy on the 29th, going into Cairns. And I think when we're leaving Cairns, it's New Year's Eve, so we'll have fun on the ship in the sun. Happy New Year. All those who are coming into the Christmas cruise, hope you guys have an awesome time as well. That's going to be amazing. What more can I tell you? Some of the shows that we saw, and you know what, folks, when you're getting on board the cruise, I want to tell you something. The fact that young Kenny did have some mishaps on board the ship and had to be carted off. His thing to us was it brought home the main reason why anybody would have some travel insurance, because out of pocket Kenny is not. The travel insurance paid for everything, so we were quite impressed with that travel insurance. And Kenny, to his credit, he certainly did give it a good go. Joe is saying that will give him a 3-night pre-cruise stay in Brisbane. He's thinking of staying at the Mercure at Spring Hill, as he gets points through Mercure being an Encore brand. Accor brand, I beg your pardon. An Accor brand. Yeah, I used to be part of the Accor group, but I let it go because I didn't travel that greatly. I didn't get to see that many hotels. So, yeah. It was what it was. Now we're with Hilton Honors, so we might see if we can get one of the Hilton hotels to give us an opportunity. In the U.S., there are so many different subsidiaries of the Hilton group. It's absolutely quite amazing. Joe is saying he's looking at getting transferred from the Mercure to the port with Blue Diamond Transfers. A TikTok friend of his drives for Blue Diamond Transfers. Well, that's awesome. We're going to have to see what we do now. Do they do all hotels, or they do specific hotels? What's their bag? Okay. Now, I think you guys should have a look-see at the cruise that Gabby is going on. I think you will find that her cruise will be absolutely amazing. Have a look. It's only 114 days away, and that's going to be April next year, out of Miami, I believe.
The ABCs and You Group Cruise 2026 is the cruise you have been waiting for. Don't miss this opportunity to set sail on the magnificent Carnival Horizon for an epic 8-day sailing from Miami to the beautiful ABC Islands. After 2 amazing sea days, you will arrive at the island of Aruba, where you can see the California Lighthouse or just take in the scenery. The next stop is Bonaire, with its picturesque pink salt flats and amazing beaches. And then the last port of call is Curacao, where you can take a panoramic island tour or just take in the sights. 2 more sea days wrap up this cruise, and you will have plenty of time to hang out at the Pig and Anchor Bar, the Havana Bar, or the Ocean Plaza. There is so much to do on the horizon, and this is why it is a favorite among many. Contact Bruce at Ocean Travel or Felicia at Syrup City Travel today for more details and booking information for this amazing group cruise. We'll see you on board.
All right, Joe, I got a question. Do you know where we are? Where are we today? It's not New South Wales. Oh, let me just dress this up perfectly. There we go. That's usually Alana's seat. As you can figure, she's having a bit of a chill out. All right, now Joe is saying, and Blue Diamond transfers to the cruise port. You got friends everywhere, mate. What can I say? It's really cool. Loads of friends everywhere. All right, so I will say that if I'm comparing cruise lines, Carnival is the fun ship. Norwegian had different kind of entertainment. What we noticed a great deal was that the cruise director was not as visible as if they were from a Carnival ship. And Princess are pretty much the same as that. The cruise director is not that visible. Anyway, we tried to get some footage with the cruise director, but it didn't come out the way we wanted it. So somebody will have to go on board the cruise ship and go and ask the same questions all over again. Anyway, tis what tis. The gods weren't smiling on us that day. What more can I say, folks? The next step is on Friday night when Ilana is here with me. We will certainly be putting it out there. All the exciting stuff. I might even have some of the footage of the Shui, the great Shui. I've had to look around for it. Did any of you notice the new intro? There's a new intro video. You tell me if you've seen it and whether you like it or not. Okay. Now, as I said before, we took Kenny to Aruba and Bonaire. We have not had the opportunity to see the Curacao. Gabby is going to be a very lucky girl. She's going to go to the two places we've been to and then go and see Curacao. And I can tell you, her mind will be blown. I know that her family are going to have a good time as well. I guess what I'm going to say is, I know my son, when he was with us on the Rock and Roll Tribute, he had an absolute ball. Every night he was out at the parties, dancing and all sorts of stuff. So he had a great time. I know he had a great time. He told me more than once he was having a great time. And so now he's back in the UK, and I do not have the opportunity or the benefit of actually putting my arms around him for the next 12 months or so. But we'll see what happens. I know he's had a good time, and he's back at the grindstone, shall we say. And the key thing about the cruise was everybody had some fun. We all got to meet. We made some really good friends, as you usually do on a cruise, because you're locked away with these people for a good week or so, and they become lifelong friends. So we ate together, we played together. We didn't sleep together, that's for sure. That's not the way we roll. So we ate together, we played together, we did a lot of things, and we had a lot of fun. And I know that I've got a lifelong friend in Corrado and his lovely family. And there's somebody there that I've really got to say g'day to. It is
Was los, Denise? Hallo? Denise?
How you doing, Denise? How's your bro? Is he still the same as yesterday, or is he at least improving? That's what I'm going to ask you. Now, Denise, I don't know if you've been made aware, the silent auction is back on track again. We're going to be starting it fairly soon. A couple of photos have been asked of you. We look forward to getting those photos so that we can then promote your product as usual. So, look forward to that, Denise, because we want to actually promote the people that have actually provided items for the silent auction, and I also know that you're going to be enjoying the ABCs, and of course playing host to a young lady by the name of Gabby. All right, so again, the most important bring back from the rock and roll was travel insurance, because without it, Kenny would have been lost, absolutely lost, stone dead. The good news is he's got it, and because he's got it, he's in a good place. We had travel insurance, didn't need to use it, thank God. But all I'm going to say is, if ever you're traveling, please, 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 travel insurance. You won't know when you need it. And when you need it, it's certainly worth its weight in gold. Literally. Kenny got first class travel after the hotel, back into home. Sorry, after the hospital. Back home, he got first class travel and he got first class limo service back to his home. So that was really important. We know he got home safely. Okay, in addition to that, you wonder what an overnight stay in the ship's medical center, and I'm going to tell you, it's freaking expensive. So travel insurance is really important. All right, now, Denise, travel insurance is a lifesaver. Absolutely, it is a lifesaver. Now, I'll give you another hint. My cousin and his wife and kids a month before the rock and roll, they did a cruise in the Mediterranean, and unfortunately, his wife got she wasn't too well. She had heart palpitations that went really fast. She suffers severely from AF, Denise, and she was in the medical center. And when they got to Malta, they offloaded her into Malta, into the hospital. All right. Now, Denise, grab onto something, because I'll tell you what happened. My cousin had to pay. It got taken out of his bank account like that. He had to pay $9,000 for the ship, $5,000 for the hospital in Malta. The hospital stay in Malta was a week. The medical center stay overnight was $9,000 overnight. Kenny was lucky, got away with it, and even $5,000. Joe is saying he'll get his travel insurance through his private ambulance cover provider, West Fund. He got a quote to see how much it would cost. It will cost him about $160. Joe, just make sure that the travel insurance says the words cruise. If it says cruise, you're in a good place, because that's the right travel insurance. Some will actually do a negative. They'll add on because it's cruising. Joe's saying they actually give him a discount as he is a member with their ambulance cover. Oh, that's awesome. But like I say, just make sure that if you are getting travel insurance, the travel insurance does mention that you're cruising. Because some insurance companies will want to make it a bit of an extra deal, and that becomes a real pain in the extra deal. All right. Um, Joe is saying there is a cruise option which can be chosen when he there is a cruise option which can be chosen when he put in the information they need. Okay, so I hope you did ticket, because if you do ticket, then you'll be covered for the cruise, and that's good. Some travel insurance companies will only give you sort of travel insurance by air, and then if you're going to say you're going on a cruise, they put up the price by a lot. But I don't want to scare you away. I want you actually to get cruising travel insurance. The issues that you have with travel insurance is if anybody does get sick and you are in the middle of nowhere, they have to airlift you out. It's through Allianz as well. Okay, so that's awesome. So Allianz underwrites, and that's good. Denise is saying she wants to get an Allianz policy. We tried to get insurance for mom with Allianz, and Allianz wanted $13,000 for mom for her trip. It was fly to London and then spend some time there, and then fly from London to the U.S. And she was going to spend some time with my cousin, which she did, and then come on the cruise. With all those things in place, because mum is 85, it would have cost her $13,000. We went to another company, and their price for travel insurance, including cruising, her price was $8,000. So, but then again, I think that's because of age, and that sucks. But anyway, I know she's having an absolute blast. She's spending time with my cousin and his brother. So both cousins. So that's awesome. Yes, Denise, that was a wow factor. My mum looked at me and she went, "Really?" Because what that did was that made the cruise, that made the travel insurance was dearer than all the cruise travel, as in cruise and plane costs. Seriously. Yes, it does. No, it's huge. It makes a difference. You know what? It actually stops some people from traveling, which is a real shame. Honestly, we don't want people to call it quits because they can't afford the travel insurance. Seriously. Joe is saying that he's going to have to cut this short. His legs are cramping, bloody badly. Okay, Joe, a lesson I learned: lots of water. Drink plenty of water if you can. I've got some peach iced tea here. And it was full when I started the show. So, Joe, I hope your legs feel better, and we'll catch up with you on Saturday, Arvo. For those on our side of the pond, that'll be Saturday, Arvo, at 2 p.m. That equates to 10 p.m. Friday night. So, there you go. Joe's saying talk Friday, you mean Saturday. So, that's cool. Okay, what more can I say? It's hump day. You guys are starting your hump day. We've come to the end of it. We've got a couple of days left to the weekend. Cannot wait for the weekend. Why? Because then I'll just chill. And the more I chill, the better I feel. I have been incredibly stressed, and I just want to say that, and we've had a lot of sympathies and all that sort of stuff. But I just want to say anybody who uses a weapon on a defenseless person is a coward. So, as you know, we had the shootings in Sydney this week. I believe there were some places at Brown's University as well had a mass shooting. There's been about 4 or 5 mass shootings around the world at some point, and their biggest target has been innocent civilians. So with that in mind, my folks, I'm going to say those people are a bunch of cowards. If anybody wanted to attack me, please meet me face to face. Let's go. Let's fight. I'll fight you quite happily, but please don't use weapons on defenseless people. So suffice it to say, on Monday we had 16 fatalities. Of those 16, one was a child, and two were Holocaust survivors, in their 90s. And how do they get gunned down? They get gunned down by a gun. They don't get gunned down by words. Yeah? So these people that have actually done the damage of pulling the trigger are actually a bunch of cowards. They could have put those down and come and attack the people directly and given the people an even open chance to defend themselves. But then, okay, so that's my soapbox for today. Enough of a soapbox, because you know what? I reckon all these people, all these negative people, should just get on board a cruise ship and watch their negativity just float away. I can't think of anything better than being on a cruise ship. I mean, a bad day cruising is better than a good day at work, seriously. But these people should be on a cruise ship where they can chill, watch the world go by, contemplate their navels, and then at the end of the day realize that, hey, they're onto a good wicket, and yeah, the world would be a better place. That's my reckoning. Don't know if you guys agree with me. All right, I don't have much more to say. I'm sort of going around in circles, and the conversation right now is a bit on the low side. So I'm going to call it quits and wish you all a fantastic, great hump day. I will tell you all, we'll catch up with those across the pond. We'll be catching up on Friday night at 10 p.m., which will bring us into 2 p.m. on Saturday Arvo for people on our side of the pond. Please come and join us. You'll have a chance to check out Ilana, although I like checking her out. But anyway, you'll have a chance to check out Ilana, have some fun, and have some more discussions. So with that in mind, folks, have a great day, and we'll catch up with you later. Take it easy. Bye.
Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder, morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high.